Hey everyone. H.P. Lovecraft once wrote that the oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is the fear of the unknown. Today, I would like to commemorate Howard Phillips Lovecraft, a small, lonely author from Providence, Rhode Island, who created works which inspired much of the horror genre today, with him creating a completely new way of thinking about fear. So Lovecraft was born in 1890 and died in 1937, living a short life filled with poverty and poor health, and he even died before ever knowing that his works would ever be acknowledged and turn into the inspiration that they are today. Out of that small life that he lived, Lovecraft created his revolutionary kind of new horror genre called cosmic horror, which is a horror not composed of simple monsters under the bed, but of horror stemming from the universe in itself, with cosmic powers that don't necessarily hate us, since they can barely even notice us at all. The Library of America described his horror as cosmic in its ramifications and fearsome in its shuddering view of human destiny. The most famous story of his, The Call of Cthulhu, tells us about a cult worshiping an ancient being within deep parts of the ocean, and that cult is waiting on its reawakening. And in another story that I love, the Shadow over Innsmouth involves a strange and mysterious town with an underlying kind of unsettlingness to it. And these are stories which convey the idea that we humans are merely just small and insignificant to the horrors that lie within the cosmos. And Lovecraft took that shared human experience of wondering what lies within the night sky, and he took that and made it into a truly magnificent and unsettling work of literature. The famous author Stephen King has called Lovecraft the 12th century's greatest practitioner of the classic horror tale, and he also states Lovecraft as a major inspiration to his own writing. And I can personally say that when reading King's works such as The Mist, which is about a mysterious mist that rolls into town, bringing unknown horrors within it, that I could feel Lovecraft's shadow in the background of that mist as well. Stephen King isn't the only author who Lovecraft inspired, with a significant amount of modern horror hits such as Alien and The Thing also being inspired by monsters and ideas from Lovecraft's works. But I would really like to reinstate that Lovecraft completely changed the question that horror asks from merely is there a monster under the bed, to the horror of what if the universe in itself is a monster and we are just now realizing it? And so now I would like to ask the question, what can Lovecraft's life and work inspire within us? And I would say that Lovecraft shows that you don't need privilege and money to make an impact on the world. Lovecraft came from small rooms and published works in insignificant magazines that went as fast as they came, but these same works have impacted countless parts of the world that many could never have imagined came from such a small place. A quote that really speaks to me that Lovecraft once said is, "That is not dead which can be eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may lie." Secondly, Lovecraft has given us the inspiration to challenge our own fears. Lovecraft didn't merely run and hide from the fears that came from the uncertainties of our universe, but was able to actually face these uncertainties in his own way by kind of creating a beautiful art form from them. I know we all have our own fears and uncertainties that we face in our lives, but Lovecraft has shown us that we can take these uncertainties and turn them to power. So the next time that you see a reference to some cosmic horror on a t-shirt or in a movie or in some kind of game, the next time a story makes you feel very small beneath a vast, indifferent sky, remember the meager man from Providence who gave shape to that feeling. Howard Phillips Lovecraft taught us that the unknown can be terrifying, but maybe, just maybe, it can also be the place where our most powerful creativity begins. Thank you.